Hello.
Hi, Chris. Oh my God, how are ya?
Oh my God. Sorry. Have I kept you waiting?
Literally 45 seconds, which is actually too long, and I almost left. But
That's an eternity in this
I'm working
forum,
through it.
right?
I'm
Am
working
I
through
too
it.
close? I've never done this before.
No, you look great. Actually, every single other person who has logged on, especially from LA, to go live with me, it starts off incredibly blurry and like kind of they look like one of those pictures of Bigfoot. And yours is
Yeah.
crystal clear.
I'm not pixelated at all. I'm not.
No, you look great. And your hair, I do have to say, looks spectacular.
Today it kind of looks like when the Cowardly Lion gets made up when he finally makes it to Oz.
That's a good wow.
Where
Was that on purpose?
No. I just sleep really violently, and so when I come to, it's always a different story. And I put this on to look. I kind of feel like a woman's soccer coach today. That's kind of my life.
I think that the glasses kind of go for it too. Like a 90s soccer coach, like, she's tough and like she's critical, but she has a heart of gold. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
She's really there for her students.
And a citrus addiction.
Oh, absolutely. Mandarin specifically. And she's always peeling them. You can smell it in her office.
Yeah, she subsists off Tangelo rinds.
Chris, this is a wild question to ask anyone these days, but how are you doing?
How am I doing? Oh God.
I'm gonna give you 1 second to think because I'm gonna close my window. There's a woman on her stoop.
You're leaving me? Don't leave me.
No,
don't leave me.
There's a woman on her stoop outside, and she is playing the entirety of Celine Dion's "My Heart Will Go On" from the Titanic, and it's a little distracting. So I'm gonna close the window.
Someone told me recently that their father's favorite song is "My Heart Will Go On" by Celine Dion.
It's a beautiful song. Don't get me wrong. I just don't know if it's the soundtrack for an interview with a women's soccer coach from the '90s who has the Tangelo.
It is. It absolutely is.
Actually, that you make an excellent point. But yeah,
is that a teal sofa that we're on right there?
Okay, this is actually. I just got this couch a couple of days ago, and it's like a royal blue, and it's velvet, or like velvet,
Look at us. You're not gonna. This is gonna shatter. Yeah, we are so insimpatico right now. Like we are on set. This is the Wiggles live right now. What we're doing.
This is synergy. You're in the Wiggles world. Like you're all welcome. Let's give a cheer.
Now I'm freaking out because I'm red-green colorblind. So I see what your couch is. I see it as exactly the same color as that. Is that not?
It is not true, but it is very similar.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. I had a boyfriend who was colorblind once. We dated for 3.5 years, and I realized like 2.5 years in that he might not know that I was black.
All right.
He figured it out. We talked about it, but
that's good. They told me I wouldn't be able to be an astronaut when I was 5.
That's a really upsetting thing to tell a 5-year-old. It's like let him dream a little bit for a while.
All I wanted to do was be a veterinarian at that age, though.
I was one of those paleontologist, like archaeologist kids. I feel like there's a couple of different brands. You were like, I'm going to be successful. I'm going to help animals. I was like, I'm going to do something that 3 people do.
That Laura Dern does.
Exactly.
Was it Dern? Did Dern make you want to do that?
I don't know. I feel like my parents were pretty strict in terms of like things that I could watch. So I feel like I watched a lot of like PBS Kids, and it was very like, oh, jobs you can do when you're an adult. Aren't paleontologists? When realistically it was like, I'm gonna be a teacher at DNA or something.
Baker.
Yeah. Cobblesmith.
Yeah. I wanted to be the baker's wife when I grew up. The way I'm holding this, is this too Cloverfield? But is it too shaky? Should I place it down? I'm really
into it.
I'm wearing very revealing shorts, so I'm gonna try and. There we go.
The color combination is just. It looks great.
Really?
Yeah, I really love it.
Taylor, I have resisted the urge to go on Instagram Live. I think I briefly told you about this via Gmail. That I especially when quarantine began, I found a certain nobility in resisting the urge to go live on Instagram. I felt like there might be a spot for me in the divine if I resisted the urge throughout quarantine. But
I will tell you that I felt the same way. It felt like as a stand-up comedian, there are very few opportunities for me to ever feel like superior. And that was one of the ways that I was like, yeah, I'll never do this. And then Vulture was like, do you want to do this? And I was like, oh my God, absolutely.
Absolutely. That's what I the same reason I don't drink coffee is I think I need a little, because I'm such a fuck up in so many ways, and my life is in such shambles in so many ways that I think I need that little air of, well, I'm not addicted
Chris,
to coffee.
you are in my brain. I don't drink coffee either, and it makes me feel superior as well. And I was a barista for many years until the pandemic started, and I lost my job at the cafe industry.
Moi aussi.
Whoa. Okay. Something I actually just realized we had in common. I didn't realize until Josh Gondelman sent me a message and was like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited that you're interviewing Chris, another Massachusetts legend. I did not know you were also from Massachusetts.
Did Josh refer to us as both Massachusetts legends?
I mean, he's frankly correct.
Josh is a greater legend than I. Wait, you're not from Massachusetts, right?
I am, born and raised.
Oh, I thought that, oh my God, where in Massachusetts?
Beautiful, historic New Bedford, Mass. Right
New
on
Bedford.
the by the New Bedford. Whaling Museum. We got lobster rolls. We got scallops. We got the beach.
Bernie and Phil, rest in peace.
Oh my. You have to warn me before you pull out a deep
Sorry.
That's
sorry.
Okay. That's all right. Wow. No, we'll have to.
You know, there used to be a secret society, like a Studio 54 in Massachusetts of like Bernie and Phil, Keith Lockhart, and like all those Maddie in the Morning, and they would just go to the Cheers bar till like 6 a.m. just grinding with each other. Yeah.
That's okay. I don't want to be obscene, but I did see an adult film that had that kind of theme about it once. No, I didn't, but I don't know, sounds hot.
Hey, okay. Oh yeah, that would be pretty cool with the Jordan's Furniture Brothers and their ponytails. And they actually
on the Mom, do you remember Mom? That thing at Furniture? Yeah. That it all takes place there.
It bankrupted them.
They sure. Well, they had to spend all that money on the film stabilization.
in that porn, the Elliot, the Jordan's Furniture, whatever his last name was, they would blur the ponytails. Everything else was they would show everything, but the gray ponytails would be just.
Oh my God! One time they went to that giant the bug sign in Rhode Island, on the like you see from the highway. That's like on that exterminator. Do you know what I'm talking about? Maybe you're from a different area of Massachusetts.
I only went to Rhode Island twice.
Was it for a fun thing?
Three times.
Did you go to the zoo?
No, I'm yet to have a good time in Rhode Island.
It's not Rhode Island's first of all. It's gonna sound blasphemous. Rhode Island is essentially Massachusetts. We just needed 50 states. They had to flesh it out. Also,
yeah. Isn't Rhode Island like Vatican City or something? Like, it
kind of is. It's like a DC situation. Like, is it a state? It's a kind of a loose definition of a state.
Yeah. There's no leash laws.
You can buy fireworks.
Yeah.
I went there in high school when you skipped school. Like, you went to Providence Place. That was like where you like went to the mall and walked around. And they were like, "You're underage." And it's like, okay. When
I was really young in middle school, did you ever go to the Salmon Pond Mall? Is that close enough to New Bedford?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. I used to go there so much when my mom would like convince me to skip school when I was in middle school sometimes, and we would go, and we formed this relationship with the guy who worked at the Cinnabon there, and he was like he almost became like a mentor for me. That's
beautiful, and also I bet that mentorship smelled delicious. That's all I can think of is
Are you was your family big into desserts?
Were we a dessert people? I think we were more of a savory folk than a sweet folk, for sure.
Oh,
I know
that shows emotional maturity and depth.
I appreciate that. It's also all the trauma.
Oh, sure.
We also, I mean, I just ate a lot of we ate a lot of fish. We kind of only ate fish. Like, our side vegetable was just like fish.
Ben Franklin style.
Oh yeah. Early to bed. Did he say that? Early to rise makes you go to the docks and buy fish because it's really fresh.
He was a fish addict.
All my friends from high school are like scallopers now. In fact, every time I go home to Massachusetts for my birthday, my friend Mallory gives me a bag of frozen scallops. Like, that's my gift every year.
So you know a bunch of scallop hunters.
I sure do. And I know a bunch of whale facts if you ever need some facts about whales.
Yeah. Tell me more about baleen.
Okay, so there's two different types of whales. There's baleen whales and there's toothed whales. There's actually one species of whale that has both. But baleen is basically like really long pieces of hair that they have in their mouth that they use to filter krill out of the water. I know, it's made of the same stuff as hair and nails. It's disgusting.
It's like a super passive-aggressive way of eating. They just like...
Yeah, they just kind of go around with their mouth open.
So it's hair teeth. They have hair teeth.
They have hair teeth, and when you say that, hate.
I'm going to throw up. I'm going to throw up
yeah,
all day.
I feel nauseous as we speak. But
I'm gonna casually vomit in my yard like a gentleman.
Maybe it'll be hair. That could be fun. Be like, whoa, yeah. I just threw up hair. I'm like a baleen whale.
Yeah. That's the first scene of a good horror movie. Just
absolutely
me throwing up hair in the yard. What's the? Sorry, I cut you off. You had another baleen.
No, I have. Also, there's toothed whales, like killer whale. They eat just regular fish. They're not even that fun. We don't have to talk about toothed whales. It's like, oh, you have teeth. Kind of grow up. You've had all this time to develop something else. You know, you're like millions of years old.
That's really cool that your friends grow up to have like such a specific trade like that.
And I didn't realize it was like specific until I left. And it kind of is like, nobody else has friends who grow up to become scallopers. It's not a very consistent job. Is there a job from your hometown that like people like grow up to be that is specific to? Actually, we didn't talk about where you were from.
Yeah. They just the job is Facebook messaging me joke ideas through all hours of the night. That's wow. What people from my hometown do.
See, I thought that was specific to my brother in New Bedford, Massachusetts. He's calling me at 3 o'clock in the morning. If you're in here, Bryce, please stop doing that. I like went really hard today, and I have all these questions for you. You ready? They're gonna be rapid fire because we spent 12 minutes talking about whales. All right, cool. Boom. Can you tell us your hair routine?
High fructose corn syrup. Sorry.
Okay, cool.
No. I have sea salt spray.
Oh.
And
wow.
And I have violent night terrors, so that's how I get this part.
Sure.
And then I use Love by Dominus. And it kind of gives me this Madame Bovary Cocker Spaniel type vibe.
It's beautiful. It's the sea salt is, once you say that, I'm like, wow, actually BT waves, they're like right there.
Thank you.
Do you remember the PBS Kids show Zoom, famously shot out of Cambridge, Massachusetts?
Of course. I was just talking to that. And I was just talking about that with somebody. We used to my neighbors and I used to sketch the cast.
Okay, well, I have two things that I need to say. One, that I was on season 7 as a cast member. 2, in that we can talk about that at any point. But 2 is I was going to ask you if you were going to be a Zoomer, what would be your little intro thing that you did when you turned around and you were like, I'm Chris. You have one off the top of your head.
Yeah, I would fall from the ceiling rafters. legs so fucked up, maybe like a bone popping out. I'm Chris, and then like a slow zoom, and then it's like back to I'm Jared. Yeah, but I would come down from seriously high. Wait, who was on your you weren't with Pablo? And,
no, he was on the first season. He was on season 1 of the new reboot. I was on the last season before they canceled it. But yeah,
the government shut it down because I think the Zoom kids were like leaking serious secrets about like.
I signed an NDA, so we
can't.
Sorry.
A lot of Area 51 shit.
But no, actually, you know what's funny is that Pablo eventually went on to work on the season work in the crew on the season that I was on, which was like very cute and fun.
Whoa.
He's a good guy.
Pablo learned to use every part of the animal.
Oh, and he still works for GBH. He's great. You should follow him on Twitter. He's very funny. His little baby.
Really? I was obsessed with Pablo.
Yeah, he's amazing. He's such a good guy. We had a 20-year Zoom reunion last summer, and he was there, and he's just like such a sweetie.
The show was utter chaos.
Oh, I mean, it's what I attribute for the way that my brain works or does not work in this moment.
Didn't they like accidentally make a pipe bomb once out of like vinegar and avocados and something? And I remember there was like a huge explosion.
We definitely discovered perpetual motion on my season, and we could not air that episode. Unfortunately, there were some copyright issues. I don't know. The pipe bomb might have been season 4.
Remember the one where everyone astral projected in silence for 30 minutes?
That was my season. That's
yeah.
And then we did the next episode. We shot it on a boat in Martha's Vineyard. It was really fun. Okay, so I guess career questions.
Uh-oh.
So you famously are somebody who makes very funny videos for the internet.
Thank you.
And we love you for that. They're so funny. You have a lot of fans in the comments right now. Do you have advice for anyone who is like, I'm stuck inside right now. I'm going to start making videos for the internet. Like, what's your process? How do you come up with your ideas? What would you tell them?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely don't do that right now. Absolutely do not do that. Just certainly don't. I even before the last 2 weeks in quarantine, like when I've been writing or anything, it's only been on things that I kind of conceived of pre-corona.
Sure.
And that I do I have a feeling that like making something during this time, it's kind of like how the PT Cruiser must have gotten made. You know, I don't think good things can come from this creatively. So like if I have like a lot of things that I had been working on. I'm running out of them actually, but I haven't had an idea since I think maybe March 10th.
Okay, all right.
But that's just me. That's just me personally.
Sure.
I'm super precious about this stuff. I wouldn't recommend following any of my advice about anything.
I don't know. I feel the same way. Lots of people are reaching out like, hey, Taylor, I saw you're writing and so. Like, I want to get started as a comedy writer. Like, what do you suggest? And I just suggest you don't do it.
In general, also.
Yeah.
But I think what I have found during this time is like writing for other people has been easier.
Oh, right.
I don't know. But yeah.
I wonder what that is. That's so interesting.
I think I'm processing so much,
Sure.
and I've been in like such a state of disarray and discombobulation that like I can't be like, here's how it is. You know, I can't like. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, you ever see the video I made about that little dog thing?
DePiglio.
DePiglio.
Yeah.
You want to see it? You want to see him?
Oh my God, DePiglio's here.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So he's just been kind of staring at me this whole time.
That is, he seems like a cool dude.
Yeah, there's so many little guys like him in my neighborhood too. There's this. The other day I had to help my neighbor find his dog Domi Linda, his little Chihuahua, who we thought got out. And I don't even know these people very well. And I was looking for maybe 45 minutes, but Domi Linda was under the bed. Are you making anything right now?
I'm writing a lot.
I love your writing. I love your writing, by the way.
Oh my God, thank you. That's very
I love Reductress very much.
We have a lot of fun. I mean, the past couple of weeks hasn't been writing. It's like a nice break because normally when I'm writing for Reductress, I'm like, what am I gonna write about come today? But then this past couple of weeks, I'm like, police brutality could be funny. Let's see what we got there. Like,
yeah, no, I mean you've done excellent things, and I've seen a lot of them. I think you put up a bunch of your headlines.
Yeah, yeah, it's been a nice distraction. I think I'm like when you said that when you write for other people, it's been easier for you to write for other people as opposed to like writing ideas for yourself. And I kind of feel the same way where it's like I've been feeling so stressed out about the state of the world and my brain is so turned on all the time about like what's happening that like being able to think about one specific thing and trying to make it funny, even though it's almost impossible, is like really great for my brain to have like a little bit of a break, I guess. You know what I mean? Preserving.
I just cut out there.
Uh-huh. But you're back.
Are you with me again? Okay,
yes.
Sorry. My mom just called. Here?
Oh, my mom did that
my
too.
mom called me.
I'm really sorry.
Wait, what happened? What happened?
I said my mom did this once to me during a live a couple of weeks ago, and I immediately hung up, and then she did it again, and then I immediately hung up, and then I called her after, and she was like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry." It's like, it's okay. I've been doing this every week for 3 months, and you know it, but that's okay.
It might be a Massachusetts thing. My sister will call me until I pick up.
I love that. My mom, one time it was really cold out, like in the 20s, and she called me, but my phone was on silent, and she called me several times. And when I finally saw it 20 minutes later, I called her back, and I was like, "Hey, is everything okay? You called me 20 times." And my dad picked up. He was like, "Yeah, she was just worried that you were like out there freezing to death somewhere." And I was like, "Oh, but let her know that I actually, I live in an apartment, that it's accessible to me.
It's insulated.
It's insulated. There's heat. I have blankets, socks." But then she wouldn't talk to me because I gave her anxiety until next day.
Wait, now that you say this, is New Bedford's not a whaling town, is it?
It was a whaling town before it became illegal to whale.
Your family's fear of the elements tells me that. New Bedford's not. How close is it to the water?
It's on the water. We are the #1 fishing port in the United States 3 years in a row, baby. Yeah, for sure.
That is so freaking cool.
And there's also a ferry directly from New Bedford to Martha's Vineyard. If you ever want to like get out there sometime, you holler. Next time you're in Massachusetts, I'll get us some tickets. My mom knows a guy.
Do you want to know where I am? I am my most submissive when I'm at sea.
And it makes sense. The sea is everyone's dom. in many ways. You know, like
Yeah,
the sea giveth and the sea taketh away.
that's a
And the
Herman
sea is
Melville.
excellent in aftercare, if you think about it.
That's my favorite quote from Moby Dick, that the sea is everyone's dom.
Yeah, call me Ishmael. I'm your dom. All right, let me see if I can squeeze one more like actual interview question.
Oh yeah,
this
sure.
This is not even actually an interview question, but have you been able to find, has your boba tea consumption like gone down at all since we've been in core? I imagine places have been closed. How have you been coping with that?
Yeah, I do have a special hookup with my Boba brothers, and so there was a dark period.
Sure.
But I also would travel all over because it's that bad for me. I need it, or I will see babies crawling on the ceilings, train spotting style. So
and then falling down from the ceiling. I'm Chris. That's what we in the industry call a callback.
Yeah. But no, my Boba brothers are back open, T-Maro and South Pasadena. Awesome. So yeah, I mean for takeout, and they. Sure. Yeah, they gave me they tested me for Corona the other day with this machine.
At the boba place?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how they got access to it.
That's really, I mean, and great for them. I just got tested for Corona this morning. But I
saw that.
I went to Dunkin' Donuts.
They did it at D&D.
Yeah, and then I got 2-for-1 egg wraps. It was delicious.
With the Massachusetts ID, they give you free Corona testing.
Exactly. You have to go in there and you have to turn the accent on. It's like, let me get a large ice, and you got the antibody test.
Quality, comfort, and price. That's nice.
Oh my gosh, Chris, this has been so much fun. We have to wrap it up, which is so sad. I would talk to you forever.
Oh, I would talk to you forever.
Is there, okay, so last question. Do you have a definitive top 3 ranking of towns in Massachusetts?
Okay, well, I'm from Stowe, so I'm very partial to Stowe.
Number 1.
Worcester is so bad, it's good. You got to go to Worcester. I'm obsessed with so bad, it's good. And then, oh God, it's as simple as this, Maynard. I'm obsessed with Maynard, Mass.
Constantly overlooked.
Constantly. Except they did they filmed a scene from Knives Out in Maynard, Mass. And Maynard showed up.
I'm going to do it too. Just in no particular order.
Okay.
I went to school at UMass Slamhurst. So
Hell yeah.
Amherst, Mass. New Bedford's going on that list. Obviously, love where you live. They'll come after me. They're everywhere.
Yeah.
What else? Ooh, I'm gonna say the Raynham area.
Raynham. Isn't there an abandoned mall in Raynham?
I'd buy it. Ooh, but Taunton. Oh, there's
Taunton.
So many good ones. There's so many good ones.
Saugus.
You got Seahonk. No, that's Rhode Island. Swansea.
Medford. Home of the first Krispy Kreme kid.
I did not know that.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Would you look at that?
I don't know. I might be making that up. I dream a lot of facts.
I believe it. I had a dream the other day that I got a bucket hat, and I was so... I woke up being like, I'm thrilled. I have a bucket hat. I looked all my room, and it turns out that was a dream, which is bullshit.
I was eyeing a fur bucket hat the other day, but I feel like that's going to be kind of, it's a slippery slope. I feel like that could be the one thing that would push me into a different type of confidence.
I think that you should go for it. I think we should both go for it. In my dream, I had to choose between either a red one that was made of denim, and it specifically said LL Bean on it, and also one that was made of white suede.
Wow. Red denim and white suede. I mean, those are my favorite.
Guess which one I chose.
Oh, you went with red denim.
I didn't. I'm pretty anti-LL Bean. That's the only reason why.
How
in terms
big
of
was
practicality, the red one made more sense, but I got the white suede one.
How big was the LL Bean logo on the red denim?
It was readable. It was, those like LL Bean backpacks that you could get like embroidered in elementary school, have your name on it, and then kids started getting kidnapped because people were like, "Oh, it's your name," and they were like, "Yeah, you must know my parents," so they stopped doing it. That's why maybe I don't. That's why maybe I don't fuck with it. I don't know.
Oh yeah, we were worried. Oh God, I forgot about that. That was cute. That was a cute time.
The 90s were a good time. They were just the parents were doing whatever they could to get us kidnapped in the 90s, and it worked. It worked a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Chris, thank you so much for being here. You're so amazing. Is there anything that you want to plug?
Yeah, my new vegan chapstick, sweet orange tangerine.
Whoa, they sell that at the co-op down the street from me. I'm gonna try it. I've seen it.
You've seen this?
I've seen it. Yeah, they have it at the co-op.
People have a really hard time with the way I apply it. I dab it. I sponge paint it on, like I'm doing like a crib, like I'm painting a crib.
Chris, you can't let those haters get to you.
I
you
know.
Put on chapstick, however, they're just mad because you are moisturized, and that's.
But they're in my head.
I know the hate is coming from inside the house. Oh my God, you're the best. Thank you for being here, and you have a lovely day.
All right. Yeah. Thank you so much for talking to me, Taylor. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. So nice chatting. See y'all later.
Okay. Bye.